Well, hello there. I want to welcome you once more inside a great game called Coffee Talk. My name is Jack Wonder, and I welcome you to not only my channel, but to the series themselves. That said, I don't fully recall where I left off on my last episode, but in short, we'll get right into it and start another day. That note, I end up hoping you end up having a nice morning, afternoon, and hopefully a good night thus far. Without further ado, let's try and get right into it, shall we? The Evening Whispers. Military personnel stationed along the eastern coast to prevent and immigrants flooding in front of the Atlantic. Werewolf representatives pushed the emissary for more accessible state of Dr. from Charlottetown arrested for experimenting with child cloning. Hey, hey, hey. Well, anywho, let's start the day. Are you sure that would be okay? Yes! I mean, it would be hard to pull it off, but it's something that make the story different. Different isn't always good. It's a neat concept, but you need to handle it carefully and gracefully. I know. Gala! Hey, Gala! Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Gala. Am I interrupting? It looked like you were having an intense discussion. It's nothing. Jack was just giving me feedback. It's from my book I'm writing. Sounds like a heavy discussion. What are you up to tonight? I'm just planning to sit and relax. Please don't let me, a president, interrupt you. Oh, don't worry about it. Though, I need to interrupt Jack for a moment. Sure. How... Excuse me. How can I help you? Can I have a cup of... Do you remember my remedy? Of course. You wanna give it a try again? My last order might not have been in the right drink. But let's give it another try. Just to be sure. Okay. Remember, it has tea and ginger. Alright, if I remember correctly, I think we got that at one point. Well, I did it when I was off screen recording. So, yeah, the Galahad. Tea, milk, and ginger. Tea, milk, and finally ginger. With that, let me go ahead and close out that phone. Actually, let's go ahead and switch up the music. I do like this song, but... There we go. Brew this bad boy up. And there we go. Wait a minute. That's Galahad. What did I get wrong? I think I put green tea. Or did I put the green stuff in? I think that's it. I could be wrong. I got 3 more shots. There we go. God, I feel so silly. I gotta really pay attention. I am serving customers after all. Judging from the smell, this looks like it. Indeed. I have the same feeling. I've made a note of that mixture. Perfect. Anyway, please don't mind me and continue with your discussion. Don't worry, Miss Agala. We're done for the night. You're done? I have a lot of new homework thanks to you. You're welcome. Is Hyde coming? No. I'm by myself tonight. It's gonna be peaceful tonight then. That's mean, Farah. Oh, come on, I was just joking. He needs to learn how to communicate his thoughts nicely, though. He might not look like it, but he is a very kind person, you know. He doesn't show it, that's for sure. That applies to you as well. Aw, come on. Bellis. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Bellis. Naya. How are you doing, Faya? Not good. What's going on? Jack was just criticizing my story. It's called feedback. It's crude. Or cruel. It's necessary. Sounds interesting. What's the problem with the story? The story is non-linear. And quite complicated. Imagine a choosing your own adventure story. But for adults. Sounds pretty common so far. But instead of telling you which page to turn to, each decision you make will give you a score. What? The score will determine each page you should go to. That sounds more like a video game than a book. I know. It's not that original. But my target here is to mainstream in the audience. Excuse me. Huh? With help from my publisher. This kind of book may go mainstream. Just like the choice with your adventure story on NetStream. It was nothing new, but because of all the marketing and the name involved, it reached the mainstream market. That sounds interesting. And highly ambitious, Afea. At least it's simpler than my older idea, which is making novel not in the form of a book, but in the form of story cards. What? Huh? I know, right? As if she has all time in the world. And that's before even considering the sensitive issue of settling the story in a world where only humans exist. What did you say? No, there's a reason why it has to be that way. Just wait until I finish it, okay? Alright. As Jack said, though, I have not the time. I wouldn't have the time. Getting a normal pitch road is already a steep climb. It's not the mountain. It's not make the mountain even higher. Let's not make the mountain even higher. Fair enough. What's the story all about? Oh, by the way. You'll have to wait for it. Don't want to spoil the fun. If you say so. Anyway, I haven't ordered anything. Oh man, I really should drink a little bit more before I start recording. Funny enough, getting somebody a drink. What do you want to drink tonight? Ginger latte. if you know how to make it. Ginger latte. Russian tea. Yeah, I actually don't know how to make a ginger latte. So, how do I make a regular latte? Cafe latte. It has coffee and... So I'm assuming instead of the as two components, it gotta be either like coffee, milk, and ginger, or coffee, ginger, and milk. I gotta switch between those two for a latte. So, coffee, milk, and ginger. Ginger milk coffee. Okay. Cool, but does not look like the thing you probably wanted. So, coffee, ginger, milk. Ayy! Through process elimination with a big brain moment here, we just got ourselves a ginger latte. As served. Here you go. Thanks. Damn, this is good. With this kind of a drink making skill, I wonder why your place isn't any bigger. What we have here is now more than enough for me. Whatever floats your boat, I guess. By the way, how are you doing, Ballas? Still busy with your last client? Oh, I'm done with her. Done? As in, you're dropping the project? Hey, I'm not crazy. I still need the money. Done as in I'm finished the job. I spent the past few days making sure it's even done before the deadline. Did she like it? Oh, she loved it. She had some compliments, of course. Or complaints, of course. But it convinced her. By using some design term she doesn't understand. So you finish your job by bullshitting her. By the finest bullshit, my lady. That's one survival skill every freelancer must have. Are you working on anything right now? Nah. I'm taking a break from work. I need to work on a few personal matters. Oh. Like you and Lua? Something like that. By the way, I'm curious. How did you guys meet? If you don't mind me asking. I'm mad curious too. I don't mind. It's just like I was young and stupid, you know. Oh, come on. Who hasn't been there? You're right. So, I was a bit of a player back in college. Ooh, spicy. And I was going after her then best friend's girl's friend. God, that was a mouthful. Wait, what? Okay, I say it slowly. I used to have a best friend, and he was an incubus. Okay. Let's call him Kornak? Kornek? Kornik? Kornik? No, Kornik. Kornik has a girlfriend. Still following. and that girl has a friend. The friend is one I'm after. Oh, okay. Got it. She was one of the hottest girls there. But everyone knew her, knew she wasn't the type of girl all you want to date. Why? I don't want to get into details, but the succubus was super hot. And all the guys wanted to sleep with her. She was a player too. Huh? That doesn't sound like Lua at all. Because it wasn't Lua, genius. Huh? Lua was my friend's girl. Holy moly. This is getting spicier. The other girl's name was... Let's just call her Rose. Continue. I knew Lua thanks to her relationship with Corgi. That's a fake name you made up, right? Yes! Now, will you let me continue without interruptions? Okay. So I asked Lua a lot of things about Rose. She knew that I was after. It annoyed her so much, but I kept on bothering her. I mean, I was pretty a active guy back then. So Lua came over and visited us at one point. I lived with Corgi back in college. I'd been out and got back just as Lua arrived. A total coincidence. We went in the same place together. I witnessed something surprising. What? Corgi was sleeping with Rose. Holy mother of moly! I saw the look on Lua's face. Disbelief, anger, sadness. And without thinking about it, I punched Corgi in the face. You what? I got in a fight with him. Oh, I haven't told you. Corgi was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu tutor for the kids. He's pretty good. No lie. Yeah, I landed that one punch, and he beat me to a pulp. Easily. Luna begged me to stop fighting on her behalf. More like big Corgi. Hey, I wasn't kidding. I lost, but I didn't give up so easily. I was beaten pretty bad, and Lua took care of my injuries. We grew closer after that. And I don't remember the exact date, but suddenly that friendship turned into a relationship. That was one hell of a story. I know. Have you seen her, by any chance? Yeah. Lua came by a few days ago. How was she doing? She haven't returned any of my calls or texts. Well, she's healthy, that's for sure. She got into an argument, though. With whom? There was a male model. A model? I didn't think she was that type of girl. To go out with a model. Oh, they weren't together. What were they arguing about? Well, we were talking about your relationship. Lua told us about the reason behind the fight, about your family stuff, and then this guy joined in the discussion. What did you say? He didn't understand why Lua insisted on getting into family approval, or getting family approval. Considering, you know. What? You're willing to leave your own family? Would you do that for her? Excuse me. Brain, work with me here. You're working with words. Yes, I would. I'm sick and tired of my family. Why would you say that? Let me tell you about my family. Or should I say the most elven families. They all think they're so mighty. If you were born an elf, then you have certain unwritten rules you must follow. Repetition and appearance are everything. We must never, ever make our family look bad. You can only befriend certain people. You must dress a certain way. You can only have certain jobs. Jobs that are deemed worthy and successful. Like being a doctor, a lawyer, a CEO. You know, ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to be an artist. I love drawing and creating art. However, becoming an artist is something not else would deem suitable. Unless you become the next Dia Vinci. So even and switch my business major to art major. My parents went crazy, screamed like they were on fire. They told me that I'll never be rich or successful. All that because you chose an art degree? You know what the worst part? They blamed Lua. What do you mean? They blamed her for my decision to pursue my passion for art. They yelled how her kind is ruining their country. Accusing a region of worshipping a dark lord. Religion, worshipping a dark lord. Accusing her for putting a spell on me, and then cursing the family. What? Wow. I mean, come on, that is the 21st century. That's not cool. I don't want to sound judgmental, but your family is racist. You tell me about it. Loa is the only person that made me feel alive. She showed me how I can free and pursue my dreams. I don't understand why Loa was so obsessive with the ideal of reconciliation with my family. I just don't get it. I have, no problem leaving my family, you know. I would happily leave them for both of us. What about her? Oh, excuse me, what about her? What about her family and her and her family? You may be happy to leave your family. However, it may not be the same for her. Gala, do you have something to say? Perhaps you could give us a different perspective. Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I couldn't help overhearing your story. I assume that the person you're talking about is an elf, correct? Oh, not an elf, correct? Yes. She is a succubus. I see. I'm a werewolf. For werewolves, the wolf pack is the most important thing. We'll put family before any other. We often have our own problems within the pack. But we wouldn't abandon our family for anything. Perhaps that's also true for her and her family. Besides, if you leave your family for her, wouldn't that make your parents believe that all those bad stereotypes that the succubi are true? I never thought of it that way before. Whether you like it or not, your actions will have an impact on her as well. As if you leave your family for her, that will put her at a difficult spot. She might feel responsible for your actions. There's nothing to feel bad about it. I'm leaving my messy family to create a better one with her. It's easy for you to say that now. But you don't know what the future holds. One day the circumstances might change. One day, one of you might regret your decisions. One day you might use the "I left my family for you" card. We love each other. I'll be with her whatever the circumstances might be. You know, love is just like flame. It might burn ferociously at first, but over time it will die down if you don't maintain it. Maintaining wouldn't be easy. It will be hard work. Because life is full of storms. In marriage, it will not survive alone. Marriage will not survive on love alone. Whoa, that's deep. We'll have each other, and that is enough for us. Tell me. Do you have any health insurance? What? I'm an elf. Why would I need health insurance? You'll need some. For what? Immortality is an elven privilege. But you'll lose it if your family disowns you. I've seen people go bankrupt because they fell ill or get seriously injured. Empty their entire life savings for $8 pill because the country they changed 20,000 for it. And if you decide to have a child, you wouldn't have the same privileges you do. There's a high probability chance that they will get bullied for being a half-breed. There are consequences. It shouldn't be taken lightly. Think about it. Anyway, I've got to go. I apologize for my interaction. No. Thank you for your insight. I've got to go too. Wanna head out together? Sure. Thanks for the drink, Jack. And Fea. Bye. Good insight. I like that. What? You made me lose 2 customers in 1 minute. Hey, that wasn't on me. They were leaving anyway. Are you going to write that book? Excuse me, are you going to write that in your book? It's a secret. If your book is on this coffee shop, how you present a story like theirs is a world with only humans around. I'm not sure. Perhaps a hot drink will give you some inspiration. Sounds like a great idea. J. Turk Bulk. Ginger resides around on the coffee at the bottom of the cup, originally from Indonesia. Huh. Ginger resides over the ground on the coffee at the bottom of the cup. I think I made that at one point. By mistake. But regardless now, that's one day down. And is off to the next one. But I'd like to continue with this episode, but I think I will cut it here. Regardless, I end up hoping you enjoy yourself, and if you do, please leave a like down below. That and a comment too. Show me what's good about this, what I can do better, and what I need to improve on. Trust me, hearing those like small little like tidbits, constructive criticism will help me not only improve my channel and my performance, but improving the videos in general. I know for a fact this is not like edited out and all crazy looking like other videos, like other YouTubers out there. But I want to ease into this as best as I can and slowly transform it with a slow pace. Regardless now, you heard my end. And stay safe, stay healthy, and hey, I would like to see you next time for another adventure. Catch you next time.